Yo, so I'm making this video to talk about Nest pension scams. I've already made a video on this one. So basically, if you're with an employer now and you haven't already got yourself a private sort of like pension, the government have created a scam in which they can automatically enrol you in one by force. And quite simply, I mean, there is a way of opting out, but they're making it as difficult as you can so you don't, so you stay within it. And this little scam which they've got going is with this company here called NESTS Pensions. Now this is the second time I've had to deal with these muppets. First time I got it done, opted out pretty swiftly, but what they do is your employer will automatically enlist you into it, which is unconstitutional. Seeing as our in our legal system, which is common law, everything that we have which involve government, and that is by consent. Obviously you have certain systems in place which consent is manufactured, so in the ways which the police work, but overall anything that the government push upon us, you know, we must first consent first. So how they're doing this pension scheme thing is it's a trilateral agreement, and a trilateral agreement is something that can be placed upon you without your consent, and it's actually based upon canon law, which is admiralty. So it's not common law of land jurisdiction, it's law of the sea. So basically I've been enrolled for a second time. They've already started taking money for my earnings, for my wages. I've rung the agency today to see if they can get contact them themselves to get them to pull their finger out their ass to send me the information pack, which basically will give you your code so you can go online and so you can opt out. Now I haven't received this pack yet, and I want to opt out as soon as possible. I've already emailed them telling them that I don't want anything to do with their scam, because that's exactly what it is. I've rung the agency, and the girl that I was speaking to is really nice. You know, they're a really good agency. She was saying she's had problems with them. It took her 3 months to get it to stop and to get her money back. So she can see what it is for what it is. But yeah, I mean, even trying to ring them, you know, you can't even get through to them, and they've purposely designed it this way so you can't contact them and converse with them, so that you just give up and you just go along with it, you know. So now I'm going to have to wait for the information pack and then cancel, opt out of this nonsense, which I don't want any part of. I'm going to file a complaint about it, and I'm also going to take it up with the MP now, because how many other people are being duped into this, and how in this country that wouldn't even opt out of it. So you just got a private company out there that's taking your money, right, and they could just go bust and fuck off with all your money, right, and yeah, you've been robbed. And the funny thing is, when I was speaking to the girl from the agency, who happens to be Polish, she said that exactly the same thing happened in her own country, in which the government set up this, gave the pensions to this private company, and they went bust and fucked off with all the money, and the government were forced, it caused so much shit out there that the government were forced to start another government pension scheme. But the reality is, with these pension schemes, is if you go into them, what you're going to find later on, when the government start carrying on with all their scams and that, is you'll no longer be able to get free, because you've accepted this private pension. You'll no longer be able to get free prescriptions, all the things that you would get free with being a pensioner, which, you know, the government have been doing. So they're basically trying to privatise everything. So you have to pay. Not only will you get pittance money for a state pension, even if it still exists then, but you'll have to pay for everything. So it's a fucking scam. So NESTS Pensions, I'm going to be placing this up on YouTube as well, because I'm sure there's plenty of other people that have had to deal with these Muppets. But yeah, they're a load of bollocks. They need to go. Right. Cheers for watching. Laters.